general, Coach, what do you think about your team's performance, particularly in the second half?
I mean, the second half, we just really picked it up. Wasn't crazy about our first half. Wasn't crazy about our start. But, we talked about it at halftime. We looked at a few things, and we picked it up. We really did. Physicality, our defensive awareness kind of picked up, and offensively we was able to rebound and kind of run and break free a little bit offensively.
Talking a little bit about it pregame, but just with what he's done in the last month, do you feel like you've fully unlocked DA at this point, or there's still more you feel like you can get out of him?
No, I think we've unlocked him, and we're getting the best version of him. Offensively, for sure, he's been a monster, man. He's been a monster on that glass. I mean, he's just been all over the place. Super efficient, obviously. So he's been awesome, and I think our guys are just kind of following, his lead. He's given us so much.
This is the first time Ant and DA have really both clicked on the same night, where they've both been efficient at multiple levels. Is there a string you can kind of pull for that? Not necessarily just for those guys, because they know they can do it, but the others kind of playing off them tonight, even though there weren't a ton of other box score contributions on the point side. The ball was moving significantly better in the second half, even though those two guys were the biggest beneficiaries of it.
Yeah, they did. They got to it. They play a very aggressive pick and roll coverage. So we knew that we were going to have to get Ant or Scoot to get off of the ball pretty early, and hopefully that pocket was open. They did a good job in the first half of taking the pocket away. And making us kind of play elsewhere. And then we were able to kind of create some separation in the pick and rolls, which you can get into the pocket then. I thought that opened the game up for us a little bit. But we know, if Ant's out there and DA, they're going to usually be high volume. We're going to be running a lot of stuff and putting them in pick and rolls. And then the other guys just kind of play off of them. I thought DA did a good job of playmaking in the pocket when he didn't have the shot. I'm sorry.
What did you think about obviously they didn't score that, and obviously DA and Ant kind of led that charge, but you had Matisse with the big block on the three, you had Tumani saving the ball to give you guys possession after the miss. What did you think about the performance of the guys kind of after the guys who did last?
Man, I thought they were incredible. I feel like we lost 2 games this year on free throw line blockouts, and I feel like Tumani's offensive rebound on the free throw line won this game for us today. A huge play, big time play. Being able to not only get his hand on it, but then save it before he got out of bounds and then get it back to our guy. It was a big time play. So there's some of those plays that I thought, that they go unnoticed sometimes. You look at these big numbers from DA and Ant, that's what people are going to talk about, but so many plays made, by Matisse and by Tu and by Chris, and that kind of solidified the win.
Matisse had that block there in the fourth quarter, and I was wondering, kind of as an overall question, how do you feel? Are you feeling more satisfied with the defense as the season has gone on?
Yeah, I am. I think our defense has been solid all year, and obviously we've had some tough nights like most teams do. 2 days ago, we had a rough night. But for the most part, our guys are defensive-minded, and we know that that's kind of where we want to hang our hat on the defensive side. That's how we give ourselves a chance to win, or to compete at least in games. And I love that all of our guys understand that, that we got to compete defensively to give ourselves a chance. That's not always the case. That's been a little bit of a shift for us this year. We want people to feel our physicality and our intention on that side of the ball.
What were your thoughts on Scoot tonight?
Yeah, I think he got himself in foul trouble. That kind of hurt him. Nobody plays well in foul trouble. But other than that, I thought he was okay. He gave us some push. He gave us, a little push that we needed. His minutes most of the time especially in the first half, we were just struggling. You know, it just wasn't him. We, period, were just struggling. And everybody was a little bit hesitant, you know, at the time. So he was never really able to get into a rhythm today.